What's going on, guys? Phil here from Custom Offsets TV on YouTube with Junior. We're back from Sema. We're exhausted, a bit tired. And Sean's not here, as you noticed. He was in the last one where we told you what we thought we were going to find at Sema. But I brought Jared, because Jared and I actually spent a decent amount of time walking around together, went to the wheel booths, made a whole bunch of videos. So it made sense that we brought Jared rather than Sean, all right? So don't get all mad that he's not here, because he said he was going to come back, and now he's not here. Now you guys are going to be angry, but
yikes,
you have to deal with it. So I know right off the bat, the thing that really stuck out to me that I was 100% right on was the Jeep Gladiator thing.
Really? I didn't see a single one.
Are you joking, man? There was so many Jeep Gladiators. If you didn't have a Jeep Gladiator, you had a Toyota Supra.
Yep.
And those were like the two vehicles that absolutely dominated Sema.
Yeah, and the biggest thing with those Gladiators too is you didn't see them on 14 wides, and you didn't see them on 26s, and you didn't see them on forged wheels.
No. Yeah. One of the other really huge things is that we didn't even see, like, American Force didn't have a booth this year.
Yeah, like I'm really wondering if forged wheels are kind of like on their way out, or what is going on with them, because like
we've said before, like the forged wheel market is kind of dying, and I think it's because of all the new technologies that people are putting in their cast wheels.
And that's the thing, is people are, one, coming out with true directional cast wheels, two, coming out with rotary forged, compression forged, whatever you want to call it.
They're all different names,
cast
same kind
wheels
of thing.
as well. And there's a lot of companies that are basically taking that next step to produce a higher quality cast wheel, and the forged market doesn't seem to be like noticing it, and they're just kind of
they're already like maxed out. Like they're doing everything they can with forged wheels. They keep changing up like center cap designs.
Yep.
That's really all that can be changed. There's not a whole lot more that you can do. And I think that was really prevalent when the very first booth we actually stopped at was the Hostile booth, and they're introducing for next year. Hopefully, I think they said January, February 2020.
You have something between your teeth.
Is it gone?
No, you're probably gonna need floss.
I got it. Like I was saying, we're hoping January or February 2020 they're going to actually have inventory of their new directional wheels.
Yeah.
Which they're only coming out with one style to start off, but I think that's only the beginning for Hostile. They've been killing the cast wheel game for a long time. They also do have a forged lineup. We saw a couple of those new styles as well, and like they changed up their center cap logo design. They're offering billet caps on all the wheels as standard, so they're doing a lot of nice things with forged, but I still think hands down, they're going to sell way more cast wheels than they are forged wheels.
Well, then the only other thing that I'd say the forged wheels have is the floating center caps. That's kind of the new thing that came in this year, because probably about 5-6 months ago, people started doing that, and all of a sudden it kind of became this huge craze. So that's the one thing that the forged wheel companies have kind of been starting to do, is working with like side companies that'll make their caps in a floater style, which is pretty cool, but also expensive.
It's very unique. I don't know if it'll catch on super huge or not, and I am also sort of worried that people are going to start liking these floaters, and then we're going to go back to spinners, and then like the whole wheel cycle is just going to repeat itself. They say history repeats itself, and it's about to happen in the wheel market.
So the biggest company that I'd say is doing like a lot more with their cast line is Extreme Force. Basically, like their normal cast lineup is now their rotary forged. Like they don't have basic ass cast wheels, you know, like
right. Everything is now compression forged, rotary forged, or better, because they do have the fully forged wheels too. And we saw Extreme Force last year enter the directional wheel market, and then at that time it was one of like maybe 3 companies. Now there's a couple more, but they're doing a really good job at it. Their styles are actually, I really like a couple of their styles that they have. We obviously will cover all of this in the actual booth video that is to come, but yeah, they're not doing any sort of special marketing or like telling everybody like ours are better because they're compression forged. They're just like, hey, this is the base model for us, and we're just giving it to people as standard. So that's something that's cool to see from those guys too.
Yeah.
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 Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
with the
yeah.
And if you then
yeah.
because
of course.
Otherwise you wouldn't really if you
Yeah.
With a lack of the entire like Wheel Pros or Wheel One, whichever one Wheel Pros umbrella being there, which is the American Force, Moto Metal, all those guys.
X3 KMC.
Yeah, ATD, who they own TAS, Dropstar, Centerline, Gear, Motive, Fittipaldi.
I think Dub's in there somehow too.
Yeah, like they came out swinging this year. They always have like a whole section off to themselves, which already like gives them a large presence at SEMA.
And the booths always look good too.
And they had some really good wheels this year. TIS and Drop Stars have always had some pretty decent designs, at least the last couple of years. Not always, the last couple of years. But this year, I was impressed by Centerline and Gear big time. And in the past, Centerline has been like this like off-road or entry level, not super exciting styles or designs. But this year,
totally different.
Totally different. They got a lot of cool things, a lot of very interesting and unique things that, again, we'll expand on later in the video that we actually filmed while we were there. But they came out swinging. That's for sure.
I think the biggest thing that I saw there, at least, is like the next generation 544. Like the TS 544 has, like, for the last year and a half, almost 2 years now, been like the wheel. And I think, in my opinion, I think we saw the V2 of that. You know, the second generation of the 544, and it's the 547.
Another one of the themes that we saw there that we kind of expected to was the more like off-road and overlanding thing.
I didn't think it'd be that big though.
There was a whole hall like dedicated to overlanding. And I think some people are getting confused because we said overlanding and off-road wheels, but we also mean like the style of the wheels, because there's still, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty of people at SEMA running 30 by 18s and 26 14s and all that stuff too. But the people running like 20 by 12s, which is still technically not what I would consider an off-road size, they just have like more of an off-road design. Like I think like the Weston Jeep is a good example of that with the Triumph. It's not necessarily
a 2414 is not a like
it's not off-road size, but the style of that wheel where it's thick, chunky spokes, all these small little holes in it, that makes it more of an off-road styled wheel, and that's what we're seeing, in addition to the standard typical like 17 by 8.5s that you see. So like I said, there's a whole like section dedicated for overlanding. There's a ton of more off-road built vehicles there than there ever has been before. But
at least in recent years.
Yeah, for the last
I'm sure 10 years ago, there's probably a lot more of it.
Yeah.
There's something coming back. The one rooftop tents that I saw.
So many rooftop tents.
Blew my mind.
So many. And on everything, too. Like, even on some of the show builds that were clearly like, you got a 20-something plus inch coilover system and it's Kings and
a rooftop tent.
Yeah, specialty forged wheels and a rooftop tent. It was just all over the place. It's what's in, it's what's hot. There's even truck wheel manufacturers that are now going towards the car market for the crossover overland. Like you can get like a 2.5-inch lift, for your Subarus and your Toyota, whatever. They make like a small little SUV.
Sure.
And you can put methods on those and all these other companies that are making wheels for them now too. So it's definitely expanding. Not just truck market. It's not just a Tacoma anymore. Yeah. It's the full-size guys and it's the car guys. It's blowing up. I think it's what's going to be the future.
I don't know if I'm a fan.
We'll see. We'll see. SEMA this year was a blast. There was so much there to look at. We missed probably a good majority of it because we spent so much time filming.
A 16th.
Yeah, a very small percentage. So if you guys were there or if you saw any photos from SEMA, let us know what your favorite thing from SEMA was down in the comments below. I just want to check out wheels, tires, suspension. Most of the stuff that we saw at SEMA is actually on our site, or will be very soon. That's at customoffsets.com. I believe that's all I need to tell you.
Thank you for those of you that stopped, took photos with us, or said hi to us. We appreciate all of you for coming up to us and saying hi.
If you still got them, haven't posted them, make sure you tag us. We'd love to repost them for you. So
that's all I got for you.
Peace.